Ćao svima, dobrodošli u novi video. So today I'm going to be making my MCAT schedule and I'm going to be planning out my MCAT study time. So I've got a couple of things that I've kind of decided I want to do, things that I've watched different videos on, advice, and kind of just put it all together. So first I'm going to make my daily plan. So for some context, it is currently Sunday, May 24th, and I'm going to be writing my MCAT mid-August. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to split up my time. The first month, so now until the end of June approximately, I'm going to just be learning everything. So all of July, I'm going to be doing an exam every second day. So the video I watched showed how to make different custom exams with using the AAMC questions online. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow his method of making these exams. And what I'm going to do is one day I'm going to do the exam, next day I'm going to review the exam, and then do an exam, review an exam. And I'm going to do that for all of July. I want to have some way to track my progress and how much I've done. So I've already started an Excel sheet and I'll show you guys what that looks like. And I'm going to be putting in all of the diagnostic tests I've done so far. Also, so I am currently doing an MCAT prep course. So in order to be able to keep up with be where they are, but also really focus on my weaknesses, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put as much time on my weaknesses and add in maybe a day or half a day to catch up on whatever is coming up in the next week. Also, so all the videos I've seen, everybody studies for who does 2 a month or 2 months before the exam, studies about 8 hours a day. So I'm going to try and put 8-hour study days. I'm going to try and fit them in every day. Finally, I am going to put in a flex day. So I'm going to do one day where I can either catch up or just take the day off and hang out with my family. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tabulate all of the questions that I have, all the resources, all the exams, all the chapters in the books. I have the Kaplan books, the exam cracker books, and I also have the course companions for the course that I'm taking. So I am planning to read all of those at least 2 times, hopefully at least one of the sets I'll read 3 or 4 times. So either Exam Crackers or Kaplan, I'm going to try and read 3 or 4 times. And I'm of course going to do all the questions in there. I'm going to do all the questions on AAMC, and I'm going to do all the practice exams. So with the Kaplan books I bought, I also got access to Kaplan resources, and one of the resources was a diagnostic test. So the scores were actually divided into 2 parts. So the first part was by the actual test I did, because there were 6 sections. So by section, the sections were bio, gen chem, orgo, physics, biochem, behavioral science. The other summary kind of statistics that they gave me was divided into 3 sections. So chem/physics, bio/biochem, and psych/soc. Percent of questions I got correct in the chem physics section, that was biochem questions. Then the percent in the chem phys that were gen chem, etc. So per section, so for the 6 sections I said at first, my best 3 were behavioral science somehow, physics, and gen chem. And then my lowest was biochem, which I already knew was going to be my lowest. Whenever I think of biochem, I'm just filled with dread. So that's another thing I need to work on. A positive association. Kind of change my attitude, which I'm going to do. So yeah, I'm going to put most emphasis on biochem, least emphasis probably on gen chem, physics, and behavioral science. But of course I'm going to study all of them. Okay, so first I'm going to go through the exam crackers. And now I'm going to do the same thing with my Kaplan books. Okay, so I finished putting everything in my Excel sheet, and basically I have a total of 4,000 pages to read, so that's Kaplan and exam crackers. And what I found out was that the Kaplan books are actually a lot longer. So the exam cracker books on average are 170 pages versus the Kaplan books are on average 415 pages. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to read through all the exam crackers because I feel like that's going to be sort of like a shortened version, more concise kind of information. So I'm going to read through all the exam crackers. And then once I've kind of got that in my head, I'm going to read through the Kaplan book because I feel like the Kaplan books have just more information in general. I mean, they're more than twice as long as the exam crackers. I think I'm going to read through the Kaplan and then I'm going to go back and reread the exam cracker. And then that way, so the first time I read the exam cracker, it'll be kind of like getting the summary notes kind of, Kaplan more in depth, and then again exam crackers to kind of summarize it all back again, except this time hopefully I'll understand the concepts more deeply. So I think that's what I'm going to do with each subject. Okay, so this is what I think I've decided to do. When looking at the chapters, so there's exactly 7 Kaplan books, which is amazing. It means I could do 1 book per day. As for the exam crackers, there's 6 books, but it's because they put the Gen Chem and Orgo Chem all in the same book. So I mean, I could split that up too, no problem. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to aim for about 4 Kaplan chapters a day and maybe about 2 exam cracker chapters a day. That way, hopefully, I'll get through all of it once in 3 weeks, and then I can start again and do the exact same thing for the next 3 weeks, and then I can have a good month to just do practice exams every single day. So, I mean, I can already see that that's going to be a lot, but I really hope I can stick to it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go chapter by chapter and decide which day I'm going to do what. So basically here is the first week, not counting today. You see I've written down, my agenda is so amazing. It gives it gives a space at the beginning of every week where I can write down the subject and then what exactly in that subject. Here is the second week. And here is the third week. So basically, as you can see, it's a lot more flexible. And also I stuck to the schedule of the prep course I'm taking. Also, so here I decided to give a designated day. So my Mondays are for Gen Chem, my Tuesdays are for physics, etc. And I also, this agenda gives you like a space to kind of like write what your schedule is gonna be. So what I'm gonna aim for is to try and wake up at 8 or maybe before, to eat by 9 a.m. Then I think I'm gonna try and get 4 hours of studying in there, then go and have an hour lunch break approximately, then go and study for another 4 hours, and then have a dinner. And if it's one of the days where I'm doing the prep course, then I'm gonna try and get another 4 hours of sleep, 4 hours of studying in here. So that'll be 3 days a week. Hopefully I'll be able to. I mean, if not, it's fine, and I'll just have to catch up later. So yeah, basically that's how I did it. So the way I decided which day is going to be for what subject is so the prep course I'm taking is on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. So on those days, I put the 3 subjects that I did better in on the diagnostic test, because realistically, I know I'm going to get at least 4 hours of studying indefinitely, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the full 8 that I'm aiming for, because the morning is a 4-hour prep course. So I put Gen Chem, Physics, and Psych and Soc on those 3 days. And then on the other 4 days of the week, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I put Bio, Orgo, Cars, and Biochem. And that way I really have the entire day to just sit and study and concentrate fully on what I'm doing. On Saturdays, so Cars, all the Cars books seem a lot shorter, and I think that with cars the main thing is going to be just reviewing passages rather than reading through the books. So from my understanding, you don't really need any content knowledge for cars, but you definitely need to practice. So Saturdays are kind of going to be not easier, but I think shorter days, because there isn't any reviewing really that's going to be happening. It's just going to be practice. It's also going to kind of be my catch-up day. So if there's another subject that I didn't finish everything I wanted to finish for, I will try and finish it on Saturdays. Also, if I kept up throughout the day, and then if I kept up throughout the week, Saturdays are going to be kind of a day where I could spend some more time with my family and kind of relax maybe a little bit. And then, so if everything goes according to plan, I should be done round 1 on Saturday the 13th. So what I did is in my agenda, I put a little square, and I'm going to try and check it off, because there's nothing more satisfying to me, at least, than checking off a goal. So I put that in there. And also I put my main goals at the end of the 2 weeks. So on the 14th, when I should be done round 1, I am hoping to have improved my stamina. So I think that was the main reason why I didn't do as well on the diagnostic test. It was because by the 6th subject, I was like, oh my goodness, is this going to be over soon? So stamina, that's one of my goals. My second goal is to just overall review everything, I've seen all these things before, but doesn't mean I remember them as clearly as I did while I was taking the course. And the third thing is to know my weaknesses, what mistakes, if there's mistakes that I always make, or if I realize that I'm in the habit of doing something, I want to kind of reflect and see what it is. And also, I want to do a kind of reflection at the end of every week where I say what worked, what didn't work, and where I am in terms of content review and my goals. So hopefully I'll be able to stick to that. And basically that's it. That's what I'm going to be doing. And that's all the planning. It seems like a lot, but honestly, I'm really excited and I really want to work hard. So thank you guys so much for watching. Vi vemos sledeći put. Ciao.